Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Cinema, where tonight we are watching Battle Beyond the Stars with the coveted Space Jam Boy. With me, I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, Gorilla?
I got a headache, but I'm doing fine. How about you, PvP?
Oh, not too bad. I'm still working on cleaning the place up, but I'm making progress, slow and steady, so it's headed in the right direction. And they're not coming to check for the wasps on the balcony till Wednesday afternoon now, so that buys me a couple more days. So it's all working out okay, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to say welcome, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions. Welcome. He says hello. Suzanne
Jim.
says, and welcome, Suzanne. She says, "Hail, Gorilla."
Hello,
Jim,
Suzanne.
hello. Then Snortopupus Cuber says, "How are humans and other critters?"
Hey,
He goes,
Snorty.
hello to Suzanne. Then Jim saying hi to Suzanne and Snortopupus. Here's if you want to join the panel or watch along. And here's the link if you want to help me pay my deductible on my insurance there for a little fender bender there. And hey, Mikey, how's it going? Mikey Sue's 4 goes, hello, Suzanne. Hello, Mr. Snort Jim. And Jim's left. Snort says hi to Jim. And Mikey, hello. All right. So with that. So we all in the Cosby thing?
Yeah, I just switched
Yep.
over there a second ago, yeah.
Alrighty. I haven't seen this one here. Oops. See, that's how eager I am to get done with this. Let's go straight to the end.
Well, that'll save time.
Oh, don't tell me you're acting up already.
Oh, no, don't tell me.
I can fix it real. There we go.
Well, I hear lots of loud music, but nothing much else is happening. It says you're 14 minutes in, but I got a still frame here.
No. Wait, is it still framed?
Yeah, it was
Germ,
still
was it
framed.
working for it? Was it
It
working
was
for
like
you, Germ?
it was like a star field there for like maybe 10, 15 seconds, Gorilla. Now I see
All right.
Richard Thomas's name on screen in blue letters.
right.
Yeah.
That's our Space
Yep.
Jam Boy.
Robert Vaughn. Hey, that's kind of cool.
I don't know who the.
Man from Uncle.
Okay.
You are very choppy.
Yeah, John Saxon. Hey, it's got a good cast, I got to say. Yeah, it's. I hope it's a
Hey.
little more fluid once we get the actors on screen.
Hey,
Jeff Corey. Jeff Corey from Star Trek episodes.
Yeah. No, it's only
Hey.
as good as the
Hey.
actors can only do so much.
James Horner, though. I figured I recognized that movie. I thought that sounded like Star Trek music. Like James Horner. That's excellent, man.
And John Sayles wrote it.
John Sayles was a pretty good director back then, too, I believe.
Just
Jeez,
because
I'm
he's a good
surprised
director doesn't mean he's a good writer.
Yeah, geez, I'm surprised this movie wasn't better in your estimation. Sounds like it's got a lot of talent behind it.
Well, I fell asleep through that when we watched it with Salty. I fell asleep like 4 times, but in all fairness, it was like 9 o'clock at night going till like
I gotta
it's
say,
10 o'clock at night.
I gotta say, this is like more like still pictures than a movie at this point, Gorilla.
Yeah, it's being like it's doing it to me too.
Yeah, it's really. Oh well.
Let's try this.
Who did the spaceships? They look pretty good.
I'm not sure.
Looks like it was probably made by one of the pros back in the day.
All right, I was gonna say I might have to look for a new source here.
Well, if we're talking like space stuff, it might be good to have a little more fluid motion. Yeah, especially I don't know if there's any space battles in this thing, but
All right, we're doing this a little bit differently. I'm gonna switch to a different one here. Oh, apparently Up Movies is down.
oh shit. Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss with some of these sources lately. The last
No,
few
I
months.
usually use the same one, but but tonight it's. Of course, I've been playing Minecraft all day, so my computer's probably a little bit warm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I tried to watch something on the Internet Archive the other day, and I was getting all kinds of warnings. Like, well, I've got AVG or whatever, and it's nag where they're always warning you about something. So I didn't take it too seriously, but I never got any warnings from them about about that site before, because Internet Archive's usually pretty safe, right? And they were like giving me all these warnings, all these warnings. I had to restart the video like 5 or 6 times before I could finally watch the damn thing, because I kept getting all these bloody warnings popping up, and which of course nothing happened, but oh well.
There we go. Hey, Jim, how's it going?
It's going.
Let's see. Start saying hi to Mikey. Oh man, this is loud.
Yeah, I had to turn the volume off so I can hear you.
Yeah, I turned it down here too.
Woo! It's good though.
I
It's a
turned
good.
it down on the source.
Yeah, you can just turn it down. I mean, I'd rather be able to turn it down here than have it too low.
There you go.
George,
I just
Mark,
I
wow, this has got a really good
have
cast.
priced it.
You got a lot of good actors in this, I gotta say, man.
It's a good movie. It's old, but it's good.
I hope so. Earl has been kind of saying he fell asleep watching it, but
Oh man.
and
Yeah,
James Horner, I love
everybody's-
James Horner. James Horner's got great
Yeah.
music.
Yeah, everybody say I to each other. Apparently, Mikey's having problems with his drivers. All right, hopefully he'll come back there. And welcome, Sci-Fi Sit Down. Welcome, welcome. And everybody say hi to each other again. It's not
I
letting
don't
you watch. Suzanne, try it again, because I switched sources.
Did the old switcheroo, huh?
I mean, the ship's not. The ship looks a little bit weird there, but
Yeah.
Well, it's weird.
Like,
The music is playing fine, Gorilla. It's just the video, the visual that's kind of like staggered, right? It's not really flowing. It's very
No.
weird.
oh, is it not flowing for you guys?
Oh, it's watchable,
No,
but it's more like stills, a series of still pictures.
Yeah, it's
Coming and
maybe
going.
a frame every second and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a little better now. It's starting to improve a little bit now. Well, maybe not.
Well, there's not too much movement right now.
Yeah.
If it gets worse,
Now it's a
we'll
now
have
it's
to
a
try
still
something
now
else.
it's a still picture here. Now we're
You're
back
not
to a
seeing
view
stars
screen.
move?
I'm seeing a planet now.
Yeah.
I said
Weird thing
it's
is the
updating
audio.
a frame every second and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the audio
Jerm,
is
do you want to see
fine.
if it works better out with you? With your
Yeah, give me a
computer?
second.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
You use
shot
a look,
wasn't
right?
too bad, but
Let's try.
the audio is way smoother than the video.
It's an old video. It's 1980.
Yeah, but it's the source. It's not the
I
movie.
know. It's
I
a
think
freaking
it's
internet.
because my computer's really hot right now, and the fans aren't helping.
Yeah, it's working
Should
way
probably.
better.
Your computer's hot. Have you been visiting Pornhub lately, Gorilla?
I don't use my
Uh-oh.
computer. Yeah, I don't use my computer for that.
okay,
It's a lot easier on the phone.
there you go.
Now we know. He gets up
Okay,
and
if it
goes to
gets-
that cell phone.
If it gets too bad, Grill, I have it set up for. It looks
All right.
seems to be working a lot better.
Alrighty.
It might take some time.
maybe if I turn my fan on, it'll help
That
cool
might
everything
work.
down.
Blow that sucker.
Hey,
Okay.
there's Space John Boy, his first
Yeah.
appearance in the
Hey.
film.
Everybody in robes.
That's why Cynthia has it come up. And hey, Herc.
Herc 130, what's up?
Hey, Herc.
Heck of a ship's all blue. Boomer, what's up, boom boom? I mean Bloomer.
Hey, Boomer.
Hey, I just looked it up. Roger Corman was the producer of this film. I figured he had a role in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Boomer says, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not here, it stinks.
God, you gotta love the over dramatic acting when people are dying.
Wrong button. It kind of sounds like slowing a no.
Hey, get this, guys. Roger Corman actually hired James Cameron as the model maker for this film, and he soon became took over for the production, design and art direction as well.
There you
So
go.
it was one of his Cameron's first big breaks. This movie. Once again, Roger Corman launches somebody's career.
I guess early failures won't hold against them.
Mm.
This movie is a all-around failure.
Well, actually, I just was looking up the budget here. The budget was $2 million, which sounds like a Roger Corman film for sure, and the box office made 11 million. So sounds like it did pretty well, actually. At least
Then it
there's
got
one.
tanked
There's another source
by,
that says 3.6, so it's up in the air as to whether it was successful.
well, it did a fine job of tanking careers for the actors.
Well, I don't think any of the Waltons actors did much after the Waltons. No matter what they did, poor bastards.
Yep, you lose your job, you got to get whatever is out there.
Well, George Peppard went on to do the A-Team after this, though, did he not? So
Yep.
he was doing okay through the 80s. Robert Vaughn was kind of starting to wind his career down by this point anyway, because Man from U.N.C.L.E. was well behind him. And John Saxon, I don't know what John Saxon was doing after this, but I imagine he probably did some other stuff.
Poopas? Ouch, that hurts.
Is this picture kind of freezing up again for any of you guys? Because
Yep.
it's like
No.
stills here. It's on and off. Sometimes sometimes it's passable, but
Yeah, it comes and goes.
yeah, it's not overly great. I gotta say the set design's not half-assed bad for a $2 million movie.
No. He's in a computer room talking to the computer.
Now I've got a total still of Richard Thomas. So
Yeah. Well, you get to see his ear.
Yeah. Good timing.
Yeah.
You think it might be worth switching, trying another source eventually, guys? Like,
Gorilla, if you want, I can host a movie.
because it's really, it's really not flowing here.
I'm gonna go on. I see Chuck in there. Hey, Chuck, what's up?
Yeah, Herc's there, Phantom Boomer's there.
Well,
We got a good cast of people watching this.
anonymous.
That would probably be me.
Ah,
I still should sign up for an account on there. I really should one of these days.
yeah, it's free. And you do get your own room too.
Yeah, I should do that. Well,
Then you can-
this looks
Yeah.
much better. Thanks, Germ. This looks much better.
Yeah, it's moving a lot better.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good now.
Yeah,
It's actually playing fine here.
yeah, same here. Whoa, get that control out of your lap. Shoot that sucker. Line them up. Fire.
You still there, Gorilla?
Oh, he's swinging tree to tree.
Can
Gorilla.
you guys not hear me?
I
No,
can hear you
you
now.
I hear you.
Oh shit! I must press the. I hate that damn button.
Man, those two guys are ugly, aren't they?
You should
Well,
get
ours-
yourself. You should get another mouse, Gorilla, if it's that bad.
It's not the mouse; it's the headphone.
Oh man.
And right now, I'm not in the financial situation to go get new ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, we understand. What is it with so many alien guys? They have to have a big scar in their face that they've self mutilated themselves.
Well,
Have
that's
no idea.
Al Capone. Al Capone started this.
Yeah, it's like we're this weird alien culture, so we have to put a big slash down our forehead or cut our middle finger off so we can't be rude or just saying, there's always something they got to do, right, surgically. I kind of like this computer. She's cheeky. That's pretty good, actually. Now, if she tells him, "Hey, kid, you better go off and write a short story," then that'd be totally hilarious.
You know, I'd be surprised if they did do a nod to that.
Spaceship
this is-
design's kind of cool.
He was still doing Waltons when he did this movie.
Was it?
No,
Yeah,
wait,
he was,
no, wait.
wasn't he?
No,
he was.
no, wait.
No. He wasn't actually, Gorilla.
No, he quit. I don't know what season he quit Waltons.
I think he quit around season 6, and then they brought another actor in as John Boy later in the series. Can you believe it? They actually did. like I think sometime around the late 70s, they brought, because it went to what, 1980? So they brought, I think for the last couple seasons, they actually brought a different guy in that played John Boy when he came back in some episodes. And it was kind of weird, actually.
Hmm.
Was not the same, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, we had 93 people come sneak in and watch the review of the Waltons before they took it down.
Hmm.
Oh, they
That's
took
good.
you down?
They took you down?
Yeah.
It's down.
What the hell happened?
Copyright claim.
Oh, shit.
And for some reason, they didn't allow that particular one on YouTube, apparently.
Weird.
I don't know what Kirk's going on about a mole.
Do you think maybe you'll get it back though,
hey.
after a couple days?
Yeah. Maybe. And does this ship now look like some sagging nuts?
No, I missed it. I was just looking up when John Boy quit the Waltons. It kind of looks like a pair of weird, either weird alien eyeballs. Actually, kind of looks like a set of tits, actually.
No, it looks like
Ooh.
sagging nuts.
Kind of looks like a set of tits to me.
Like
But I'd
someone
rather
put
fantasize
a set
about-
of those truck nuts on a Corvette.
I'd rather fantasize about tits than nuts, actually, Gorilla. So
You
Just
gotta
saying.
have your standards, right?
Hey,
that's right. You got to have your standards. It is a pretty funky spaceship
getting up
design, though,
drinks
I
in
gotta
here,
say.
you don't care which one.
Uh-oh.
By the way, John Boy was in the Waltons until 1977. So he was in
Oh.
it for like the first 5 years or so.
He got out when the getting was good.
He did 124 episodes in total, it says here.
Oh,
So
Chuck's older
77.
than
I don't know what 77 is. That season 5, season 6, something around there?
it started at 72, so it'll be season 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and apparently Chuck's older than I thought, because he hasn't watched the Walton since the 70s.
Yeah, it's weird. He bailed fairly early in the series, I thought, a bit early, but oh well.
Hey, Herc thought the same thing as I did. He said, "That's what I thought too, Gorilla. I thought it might be Ferodian, so I didn't say anything."
That's what you get for thinking, right? No, don't shoot him. He's not an android. Real human.
Look at the one guy in the blue there. He's like, "What?"
What? Yeah. What do you mean, Frank? He probably never seen a human before.
Well, here, baby. I'll show you how organic I am.
I think that card's from Buck Rogers, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Boomer says we all have standards. That may be very low standards, but we all have standards.
That's right.
Hey, I may be cheap, but I'm not free.
Yeah.
The best way to save face is to keep the lower half of it shut. So fair caller. They said they're going to take that mole out. Oh, yes, that mole. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have that in the Waltons?
Oh, yeah. He always had that mole. He actually has that mole in real life.
Possible birthmark, maybe.
Yeah, I know. He always had that on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I recognize this old dude. Jeez, I wish I could.
I don't.
Actually,
don't
probably kind of looks like a birthmark more almost, but could be a mole.
Yeah. Oh, damn! He does have that mole in the Waltons here.
Oh, he does have it in the Waltons. He does.
I've never noticed.
Amazing.
I've never noticed.
Wow. This old geezer. Anybody know who this old guy is in the contraption here? Because I've seen him. He was in lots of stuff in his career. They got a good cast in this movie.
And Boomer says Sam Jaffe.
Huh?
I'm guessing that's who's in the wheelchair or the contraption.
It's just a talking head.
So he's taking her to her room. He's good. So I guess he's gonna show her how organic he really is. Let's see. Eric says, "Mole, bloody mole. We aren't supposed to talk about the bloody mole." And there's a bloody mole winking into my face. Oh, I want to cut it out, chop it off, make it guacamole. There has to be I don't know what that reference is.
Hey,
Only Hope knows.
check the private chat there, Gorilla, because you brought something up and I just wanted to reply.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a good thing. I just don't know if I want to make it public because it's
Yeah,
nothing serious, but I
Yeah.
figure since Gorilla posted it in the private chat, I figure let's keep it private.
Yeah, Boomer says she's an
Okay.
old lady now. And what movie is where they refer to a mole on a character's face? Oh, Jaffe. And apparently Germ says Uncle Buck for some reason.
Yeah, it's Uncle Buck that he's talking about, where they refer to the mole on some character's face. He throws a quarter at the principal and said, "Go downtown, have a rat, and gnaw that off."
And if he had Austin Powers over here, he'd be going moly, moly, moly.
Well, we gotta do Austin Powers one of these times.
Yeah, you do. That's good stuff too.
I'm embarrassed to say, as a Canadian, I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen the Austin Powers movies.
What? Oh, you're missing some good stuff there, PvP. Come on.
Yeah, and I mean, we got the main actor as a Canadian, so it's like I got to see those eventually.
Yeah. Damn right.
We'll squeeze them in. We'll find a day for you to watch them.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually, eh? You still planning on doing Godfather a week from today there, girl?
Yeah, if you're going to be there.
Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully my week starts to get more normal by, the next few days, because it's been kind of crazy lately. But if there's no more curveballs life throws at me, I should be able to do it.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he got beat, right? Oh, he got
That's gotta hurt.
He's like, get your ass out of the door. I'm hurting. Come on, let's go. I'm hurting.
Oh, Sam Jaffe. Yeah, he was the scientist in the original Day the Earth Stood Still, Found and Boomer says here. Yeah, that's where I recognized him from.
Okay.
Did we do Day the Earth Stood Still yet, Gorilla? We did that, didn't we, or did we not?
No.
Oh, we should do that one of these days. That's a really good one.
Oh, someone's fire alarm's going off.
Nah, it's just my notifications. I shut
Yeah.
that sucker off yesterday and forgot to turn it on today, so better turn it back off again.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I live in a building where nobody has ever sets the fire alarms off because everybody here is basically rational adults. Thank God. Unlike some people we know who have the fire alarms going off constantly, it seems.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Damn it.
Uh,
All right, sounds are muted. I probably won't even get phone calls now. It shuts everything off.
Mm.
uh,
I know Matt Jack called me and he goes, I called you, but you didn't answer. I said, I didn't hear the phone ring because the notifications was off. That guy's got a big scar too.
uh. Oh, Boomer here says Sam Jaffe played the Einstein type scientist. Oh, yeah. We already heard that.
He was quoting Austin Powers. Computer looks like a pumpkin head.
Uh, uh, so we got Space John Boy and now Space Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
And Space Cowboy sounds like he's heavily medicated to me. I don't know. He's way too calm in this situation.
Uh,
He sure need a lot of convincing now, did he?
Yep.
it's only logical.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what? He doesn't like to come in from the behind?
Damn it.
Yeah, he's sounding way too much like John Boy here when he's going, not from behind, not from behind. Seems like that John Boy stuff rubbed off on him.
He likes to look him straight in the eye. Missionary only.
Boom. That sucker's gone.
God, the shots suck on this.
Yeah, the effects are definitely showing some of the budgetary limitations here, I gotta say.
No, I was gonna say the shit shot.
Hey,
They're
this is
shot.
the remastered version. Can imagine how bad it was the first go around.
Yeah, luckily I didn't see that, so.
Yeah, we froze there. Oh, back there we go. Had a glitch.
Then apparently Boomer says I saw it when it came out in theaters. That was awful. Did.
Yeah, I don't imagine seeing this on a big screen would actually help at all, from what I've seen so far. I guess apparently though, Roger Corman, who produced this, wanted to make a big budget a sci-fi movie, not with a big budget, after he saw Star Wars. So this is what we got.
Well, I wouldn't be asking for feedback seeing it in theaters, but I probably wouldn't go see it a second time.
It was a big gun. Bye bye, planet. That was his customer.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got a bunch of guns and everything.
Chuck put a big old mole thing on Austin Powers mole thing.
Yep. Yeah, I see that. The mode. That's what I was saying earlier. Like a damn zit.
Yeah, I always thought it was a rather pronounced mole on his face.
I've never noticed it.
I'm amazed. Now you're going to think of him as Mole Boy instead of John Boy, right, Gorilla?
Not that much of a dick.
To be fair, they do go through some effort to cover it up on Walton's.
They had to. I mean, you see it right there.
This is also upscale, so it's a lot more pronounced.
Uh-oh. Trapped. And they suck her in.
We need one of those Austin Power clips to go. Look, it looks like it's a space vagina.
Yeah. There you go. She's all tied up. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
What, Bill Cosby run this scene?
Might have been.
Yeah, this is getting kind of weird and kinky here, I gotta say.
Well, that's what you like, right?
Yeah, if it's done tastefully, I
Hey.
don't mind it.
It's the BDSM world.
Yeah.
I don't know what the two midgets are for, though. This is getting kind of creepy, I gotta say.
Hey, some people like the midgets.
Yeah.
Are you saying you've done it with a midget there, girl?
I'm not going to
Just had
confirm
to
nor
ask.
deny. I'm not going to confirm nor deny.
Does this lizard
Hey,
guy kind of look almost like? Does this lizard guy kind of look like something they did in Deep Space Nine eventually, or something? He reminds me of something in Star Trek.
The Coneheads in Voyager. Or
Could
this could
be.
be Enterprise, the lizard ones.
Yeah, there's some kind of lizard people in some Star Trek series. I can't place it, but he looks kind of similar.
The reptilian Zindi.
Yeah, that sounds kind of accurate. Yeah.
Enterprise.
No, all of a sudden she's a friend.
Looks like a cheap version of Louis Gossett Jr. in Enemy Mine.
Hmm. You know, my puppies are telling me, "Hey, man, we gotta go upstairs." So I need to boogie out. You guys have fun. I wish I could watch the rest of this, but I've seen this many, many, many times. It's a good show.
Well, you have a good night there, Jim.
Yeah, have a good night there, Jim.
As soon as I find the right thing, hit the right button again. Take care, everybody.
Just don't be like me and hit end stream.
Have a good one.
And keep watching Commodore Productions. You never know what you're going to see. Bye-bye.
Good night. Boy, I bet they're fun at a party, eh?
Oh yeah, they're the life of the party. Just
Yeah,
like
I bet.
was.
Yeah, really. Actually, I think I actually get a feeling it might be actually fun to party with Morin. Because he's got to say something eventually, right?
Morin, he never shuts up.
Well, I bet as soon as the camera's not on, he probably talks endlessly, right? That's what I've always thought.
So you're saying he's camera shy?
Yeah. Okay, I got to say that's pretty bad looking makeup there with that eye thing. Are they friendly aliens?
Not necessarily friendly. It's just they all have the same enemy.
Oh, your enemy is my enemy kind of thing. Okay.
That Sator guy has blown up a lot of planets, and there's a lot of people pissed off about it.
Right. Well, just like when they let the cut the chick down from a rope there. So yeah. Everybody's getting together to get some revenge, it seems like.
I think they're trying to create like a NATO thing versus a
Something
NATO
like that.
versus
So we
Russia
gotta beat-
thing.
What's that?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
kind of
Here we
like the
go.
Yeah.
Federation of Planets or something, right? Everybody's getting together.
Yeah, hey Teague.
How you
Well, I
doing,
think
Tig?
the real life.
Hey,
I think the real life version would be like NATO versus Russia. Individually, Russia could, or the Soviets could push us over, but together it's like let's second think this. And
What's that?
Boomer says boogie woogie, damn it. And
hey
Boogie
welcome
everybody.
woogie.
DJ Play Nice. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
DJ Play
DJ.
Nice.
So how you doing, Teague?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Show last night went great. Way to go, Jerm. A lot of fun, and then we hung out next for a while. Aside from me having not so great time management skills, everything went great. That looks a little too good, right? Like it's not supposed to be this good.
For a $2 million movie, it's Roger Corman magic once again, right? The guy could produce a decent looking movie for probably like, seemed like $50 kind of thing. I
Well,
don't know how
maybe
he
somebody
does it,
cleaned
but
up. I think someone cleaned
It
up a
is.
little bit of like the haze, right?
yeah, Germ
It is
mentioned
cleaned
this.
up version.
Germ
This is
said
the
this is the remaster. Yeah,
this is in
Was it-
720. The original was not
1980,
Yeah.
I believe.
Now, did
Yeah.
James Cameron and James Horner come back to do the music and special
Yes,
effects again?
James Horner. Yes, that's correct on both fronts.
Yeah.
Did they come back for the redo? Because that would be great.
I don't know who did if it's just this DVD release for
How great would it be if James Cameron was just like, I
Reshot.
felt the duty to come back and do this movie?
Yeah, well, they both did the original, so I don't know about anything else. But good old Roger Corman, though, like, man, that guy had the magic touch to draw talent around him and make it work.
I think in Cameron's case, he drove the other guy crazy by working him too hard, and Cameron was like, I love this shit, and overperformed.
I think
I
I
think it
read
was
that the
that
original guy, I think Cameron took over his job into the production and did all
He
the
did,
effects.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
I don't know about all, but at some point he becomes the
Yeah.
number one guy. He
Well,
probably
he was the special
yeah.
effects,
Yeah.
supervisor guy or whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck,
I don't
right?
know how
Oh.
some of them might have been done. You know what I mean? But yeah. Like anything he hated got
Yeah.
fixed. You know.
Yeah.
Have,
And
have a good night, Kurt.
It's like once again, Roger Corman helps the guy out earlier in his career, to get things going. And it's like, God bless Roger Corman. All I can say is like, I don't know how many people he must have helped out, to have, interesting careers in films. Like,
Davis, George Clooney.
guy was amazing.
You
That was
know
amazing.
what? Just for this movie, we get the Wrath of Khan and Titanic composer and the Titanic director and composer.
Yeah.
I want James Cameron to go back and do a movie called Titanic Submersible.
Dial a drug.
Well, there was someone made a trailer for the Titanic 2. Jack is back, where they found Jack's frozen body, and when it melts him, he comes back to life.
So we're talking a sci-fi version of Titanic
like
or something.
Captain America.
He comes back in the 23rd century and
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
God.
comes back like less than a year after Rose died, because he goes
Oh.
looking for Rose.
Jesus. Oh God, I hope they never make that. I really do. Though if they do, it could be a cringe stock material film, I'm guessing, Griller.
Oh yeah,
I just
We'd
wish that someone had
definitely be
thrown that
watching it.
crazy old. I just wish someone had stopped that
Oh!
crazy old bitch from throwing those gems away.
Well, no one knew she still had it.
The
Uh-oh.
son knew.
No, he thought they went down with the ship. He was trying to figure out where on the ship is at.
Well, we finally get Robert Vaughn showing up.
Yeah, this is the 2021 Steelbox Blu-ray
Seems to have wrote here.
they copied from.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know if everyone else heard. Did everyone else hear Germ? I'm the only one who lost him.
No, I still got it going.
It's working here fine for me.
Just refresh.
Yeah, it's playing beautifully here.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the movie. Although it's a
Oh.
little freezy. The movie's a little freezy right now. I couldn't hear Germ for a second.
It must be on your. It must be on your end because it's playing perfectly here.
Yeah, I just refreshed it.
Yeah. And Boomer says Space Battleship Titanic. Hey, just put Zap Brannigan in charge of the Titanic there. He'll get it there safely.
I'm just trying to imagine if you combine those two theme songs, like "We're off to outer space, my heart it will go on."
Oh, they're going full Federation on that.
No, he looks like a man who appreciates good culture, and he may just take everything of art or whatever he wants.
John Boy said that they can only offer culture because they don't have any money.
Well, he mentioned food as well.
Fuck John Boy. What does he know? He doesn't have the grandpa to sit around on the porch with, malingering, avoiding work. So now all of a sudden he's like, I have to fight shit. Well, at least it's not real work. Anything but labor. By the way, the man from Uncle here, he kind of got run out of Hollywood for being like super kinky and doing some drugs.
Wait. They ran him out for that? I thought that was the normal thing in Hollywood.
No, it was a little too early to do it. It was like 1960 pre-Beatles.
Too bad for him. Now it's a prerequisite.
Try to remember the guy's name. It'll come to me. Richard something.
It's Richard Thomas.
No, not Richard Thomas. The guy they just talked to. He's in The Man from Uncle.
Hey, I got a question for you, T. Does John Boy's ship now look like a pair of sagging balls, or do you think it looks like tits?
Let me take a look at it. Let me see.
I think it looks like a pair of tits.
I think it looks like a mid-size anal intruder with a front pleasure attachment.
Well, I gotta get the outside view there, but it's not showing. Oh, right there.
I think that looks like a pair of tits. Sorry.
Yeah. In that angle, yeah. She's like, don't worry, I'm made of the new safer silicone. Counted coup means to touch your opponent without killing them to prove that you could have killed them. All right, guys, I would just saying. You want?
I don't think the guy has a choice when it comes to her and her people.
Oh, you know, she chooses you.
Yeah.
When she chooses me, I would.
He's being sexist now.
Well, he's being an idiot because he needs good warriors like her, and he's turning her down.
Hey,
fuck, man.
Has he ever heard of good cannon fodder?
Yeah, and she's, you know, She's
And fuck
scantily
her.
clad. She's scantily clad. She's got a nice body. Like, what's not to like? You know,
Yeah.
probably a better ally than Cowboy's going to turn out to be, since he's smoking and drinking all day long.
Hey,
That's why I trust
you
him.
get him
And he
nice and
reminds
drunk
me of
and angry.
Hannibal from the A-Team.
Oh, gee, I wonder why. Oh, God.
He also looks a lot like the gay guy from Breakfast at Tiffany's, doesn't he?
Oh my God! Right there.
It looks like a set of titties. It's even got nipples, for fuck's sakes, girl. Like, come on. Good Lord. Still should have taken the warrior princess.
The Warrior Princess is my other vote. This guy is the guy who is the weirdo. His name's Robert Vaughn.
Man from Uncle.
Yeah, he was like a weirdo.
Well,
He got in trouble for it.
Don't slag him too bad, because I'm a big Man from Uncle fan. So
I'm not saying that he was weirder than anyone is today. It's just like he got caught, unfortunately for him.
did he not?
More of him.
Did he not do the 15 years later Man from Uncle movie this same year as this?
I'm not sure. There's one with
think
Owen
it was
Wilson.
1980.
He might have, but by that time his image had made a pretty good comeback. I mean, it was like 17 years later, and what he did was like being kinky and doing drugs. So like 17 years later, it was boring.
The series got canceled in early '68, right? If I remember correctly.
Sounds about right. Yeah, not much overlap with Star Trek.
So there was like maybe a 12-year gap or something like that.
Maybe even a little more, yeah. But over the course of time, like he stayed out of trouble. He stayed weird, but he stayed out of trouble. He did movies like this where he proved he could show up on time and do a good acting job, no matter how dumb it was.
Well,
so
he did do a great British series called Hustle towards the end of his life. If any of you guys are aware of that series at all, it was actually a really good show. I think it went for 7 seasons. So that's British seasons. So, it was like not a whole lot.
There's 8 shows.
Maybe 50 odd episodes, 60 episodes, something like that. But it was excellent. Really good show.
It's actually
that was the
last
thing he did before he passed away. So
think about this. Our 3 male actors are somewhat familiar and we know about them. They know what they're doing. Our 3 female actors are from porn and they are just hot. I like the approach.
I'm big. Oh, Jesus.
No, this ain't as bad as I remember it.
Yeah, the redone effects does a lot for it.
I can't see myself in this movie. There needs to be a Latino stupid person who's from New York. It's not made for modern audiences. It needs a remake.
You offering to do the remake? I'm actually
I'll play
surprised
the
they haven't
Latino
remade it,
idiot.
maybe touch up the script a little bit. I'm surprised they
I
haven't
can
tried
play.
remaking it yet with the touch-up screen script.
I'll what do you call it? I'll remake it if I can play my own self-insert, like the She-Hulk writers. I'm glad John Boy isn't dressed up like in a way that we would confuse him with Luke from Empire Strikes Back. Is really making sure to differentiate him, huh?
You really expect them to put that much effort into it?
The outfit's not that high effort, but it is supposed to kind of evoke Luke's Bespin fatigues, if it is in fact after Empire.
I think it's more based on the first one.
What the hell's going on here?
We're digging the trench.
Oh.
Trench they don't really
Yeah.
need for space warfare, but
Yeah. Okay. The boomer says Robert Vaughn.
yeah, that's the mercenary guy.
Ew.
Yeah, I told you they need her on their side.
Yeah, I guess I was still muted. I am DB'd him before. Robert Vaughn. He died in 1967 when the scandal broke, but they brought him back. He died of embarrassment, but they had the save shot right there. They brought him back, and he had like a 15-year longer career. So we could have lost him.
He didn't die that long ago, actually.
You know what? They gave him like that. He had already died once. It was like starting over again. after he died of embarrassment from the scandal.
He worked in Man from U.N.C.L.E. until 1968, though. So,
You know, I don't know. Honestly, he's in Bullet at about the same time. I think that's right. I think Man from U.N.C.L.E. goes away because he got in
wasn't
trouble.
Bullet
Not
1970?
Are you sure? It might be.
I'm not
Based on the
sure.
cars
I'm
and
not sure, but
the
it was
car-
around that
Here's
time.
the thing. Even though that movie might be 1970, maybe it was not made in 69 because the cars were all 68s. I see a bunch of 68s in that movie.
By the way, one of the best car chase films ever made. Absolutely fabulous. Real fucking cars.
Yep.
Real fucking
the wall-
chases through the streets of San Francisco. Like
Yep.
one of my favorite car chase sequences in the history of
A
film. By the way,
Barracuda versus
Oh,
a
fuck yeah.
GTO.
Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
Barracuda versus. I like when the guy in the GTO. Isn't it Mr. Roper from Three's Company
Bullets
decides
in
he's gonna
68.
bust out a fucking
he was
shotgun?
he was
Told you
in
the
the
cars
movie.
are 68s. Yeah,
He
he
was
is.
he was in the movie. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you
By
very
the way,
much.
Vaughn
It
died.
also has.
Vaughn
Go ahead.
died in November 11th, 2016, at the age of 83. So it's not all that long ago.
I feel like someone has to say this one. You ready? So, I blanked
Whoa,
on it.
Richard Thomas getting some action finally.
It's about time.
More action than he got in the Waltons, that's for sure.
My favorite Robert Vaughn role is definitely Magnificent Seven, by the way.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
As the drunk, broken down gunfighter.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was good. I think if Robert Vaughn was generally a very good actor, if he had a good script to work with. The only time he wasn't
that's
that
what I-
good when he was working with a really shitty script in a shit movie, and then he
had
would
to because of
struggle.
what happened to him.
You
You
know,
know what? Between you and me, now that I think about it, I think the scandal is 68 because the Man from U.N.C.L.E. doesn't end because it's a bad show. It ends because he needs to go away.
it ended early in '68. I think it was around
They
maybe March
needed-
or
because-
April because it got canceled midway through the
got
fourth
canceled.
season, right?
No, it's more like he got canceled.
Well, no, the ratings were not good.
Because he was living with a love tribe and doing drugs, I think.
I'm a big Uncle fan, so
Here's the thing. Didn't it
I'm pretty
coincide with the
familiar with this
scandal?
stuff.
No, I mean, the ratings would go down if the guy's in, serious trouble.
They fucking died when they did season 3 of that stupid Batman effect crap nonsense episodes, which really started to kill the show.
What do you mean? Like they filmed it like Batman?
Well, look at Lost in Space season 2 for an example. The writing got really silly and dumb for a lot of
That's
episodes.
why I don't watch Lost in
And
Space
same
much,
with
yeah.
no, but same with Uncle. It was like everybody was trying to cash in on Batman, right? Because Batman was campy, and a lot of producers said, "Hey, if we make our show campy, we'll get better ratings." And the opposite happened, of course, because the fans didn't want campy; they wanted, the shows they were used to watching. And then in season 4, they realized, "Wow, we fucked up. We better get serious again, like we were in the first season." So they went total 180 back to serious episodes, which are actually quite good. Season 4 had some really good episodes, but it was just too little, too late, right?
We don't get camp again until the Incredible Hulk.
No, I like the Hulk.
I love the Hulk because it's so campy and great. It's not exactly Batman 66. Wonder Woman is even campier. But they're
Now,
all at the same
Wonder
time.
Woman, I would agree with you on Wonder Woman.
Off the wall. That show's off the wall. It's
But
like,
hey,
look, it's 1981 for no reason. Steve is like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but you got Carter in that costume, so that makes up for a lot.
That was the whole show.
Exactly.
At least on Incredible Hulk, Bill Bixby was like, I want to make a story about a guy who's not called the name of the character from the novel because that will make me sound gay. And they're like, Bruce Banner's not a bad name. It's like, we're going with David. Trust me, I'm friends with Elvis.
The Incredible Hulk was basically just a ripoff of The Fugitive, though, was it not?
I don't know. It was a
More
decent story
or
of the
less,
70s.
when you think about it.
Oh, you'd have to give me more context. I don't know. You might be right.
Have you ever watched The
Yep.
Fugitive? Because I think you would get it.
I thought you said what the future held.
No, The Fugitive.
Yeah, no, it was a lot like that, actually. You're very much
Yeah,
right.
I think it had a lot in common with The Fugitive, actually.
They didn't want to have him be hulking out all the time, every time, and they didn't want to have him hulking out for big stakes. Gangster here, a mad scientist there, nothing too crazy.
Well, it's you don't want to fall totally into a formula every week either, right? Because the audience will get bored eventually. I gotta
So
say, this guy's really got it all together here as far as you know, the essential party materials.
between you and me, PvP, the only time you really want to be really predictable is in crime shows because they thrive on like sameness. That's why the Star Trek and Star Wars writers keep trying to turn it into a crime show so they can formulate it and not have to think a lot.
Hmm. Hey, she's changed her costume. Nice. Uh-oh. I gotta say, John Boy's mole might be bad, but John Saxon's character's birthmark in this is much worse.
God, the way they're shooting, you'd think they were fucking clone troopers.
Because there's so many males. Look how the strong women are doing much better. See, the message from space did it first. Yeah, he looks like a heavy metal cartoon character made into a human.
This is almost like A-Team in space. There's everybody shooting everywhere and nobody's getting killed. I love it. This is kind of hilarious, actually.
I
Oh
think we're gonna
shit!
kill.
Maybe somebody died finally.
We're gonna kill a few people. It's just that we don't have the best special effects, so we're gonna fill the air with what we have.
We gotta work the suspense. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 5 models. We can't blow them all up at once. We have to spend at least 3 or 4 minutes before we blow up each one.
And besides, if we show the space princess for a while, we get some nice cleavage shots. So there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, she's got great boobs.
Oh man. Yeah, finally.
You have a good night, Boomer.
Good night, Boomer.
Good night, Boomer.
Oh well, we'll come catch it after this.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Oh. Ugh. How much time have we got left on this? I'm getting hungry.
Probably about a half hour, I'm guessing.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks about half hour.
okay.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. My meatloaf is cooling off in the oven slowly but surely. But I'm sure it'll be fine for another 30 minutes. Should be probably just about right to eat by then. Oh, shit.
He has to have his constant cigarettes.
Yeah, I wonder if Corman got a bit of cash from the cigarette manufacturers in this film.
Yeah, but that only works if they show his brand of cigarettes on the screen.
Well, yeah, you would think so, right? Maybe he has a final death scene coming up where he goes, by the way, I smoked this brand through the entire movie, and he holds it up and smiles before he gets blown away. Probably not, but just saying.
I would say that'd make a great death scene right there.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Yes. By the way, I didn't have much of a part in this movie, but I did get to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and here's the company that sponsored them.
There you go. Gorilla,
That would be good.
Gorilla, to thank you for letting me be here. I have had my Trump program Chat GPT rewrite the description for this movie and put it in the private chat for you. That'll get a lot more people to watch it later.
Folks, we're having a huge watch party for Battle Beyond the Stars. Believe me, this is a fantastic 1980 space opera. One of the best. They called it the Magnificent Seven in space. How great is that? Starring the incredible Richard Thomas, George Peppard, and so many others. Special effects by the genius James Cameron, the same guy who brought you Titanic and Avatar. We love him, right? And the music by James Horner, absolutely top notch. This movie is a moderate success at the box office, but nice.
Oh, there's a little more. Let me get the rest. At box office, but okay. But let me tell you, it's a huge cult classic now. Oh wow, it's. See, the thing is, the Chat GPT thinks it's Trump, so don't tell it it's not. So you have to change a little bit. But here's the second half of the tweet.
Well, let me tell you this: it's a cult classic now. Critics were mixed, but do they know? Don't miss this, folks. It's going to be a huge Battle Beyond the Stars. I'm gonna have to do that for freaks and geeks.
All you have to do is just like use the phrase "repeat this information in a tweet length Trumpian statement." I had to reprompt it like 3 times. So I was like, wordier, more circuitous, less to the point, more nebulous, farther off topic. But seriously, how fun is that? That's how I rate my channel descriptions, my show descriptions now. My Chat GPT. Go ahead.
When you gonna? I'm just wondering when Gorilla's going to start his Freaks and Geeks shows.
Wednesday.
Freaks and Geeks, otherwise known as Everybody's Canceled.
I don't know what's happening Wednesday because I got the exterminator guy coming over to check the balcony for wasps, which is a pain in the ass. So I don't know exact time.
Why don't you just hit that shit up with a power washer?
No. I live in an apartment, and The building manager's hired as exterminator
Oh, there
guy.
you go.
Which
Yeah. Good.
been here
good.
before, and they do it by the book. And if I did that, I'd be probably in deep shit.
Yeah, good. Let
They
them
go
take
by the
care of
book.
it.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, let them take care of it.
Yeah, so spray a bunch of chemicals instead of just a little bit of water.
Well, the thing, we had squirrels here 2 years ago, and the same guy that got rid of the squirrels on the balconies here is coming to get rid of the wasps. So he
How
seems
many
to be
rounds
a
did it take for
pretty
him to
good
take
guy.
down the squirrel?
He seems to, well, fuck, they were infesting a lot of fucking balconies. I never saw a fucking
No, I
squirrel.
mean, like, how many times do you have to fire on it before he got it? How many times he hit? Like 3 shots, 2 shots? Did he get him the first
I
shot?
don't know what he did. He basically had to rip a lot of balconies open to expose the nests, and then he chased the little fuckers out. And then once the little fuckers had buggered off, he had to fucking reseal everything like really securely this time, so little bastards couldn't get back in. Which
So
is
it was
basically what
poison
he
in
did.
case they did. And
He was-
nails.
he was
Rusty
gonna-
nails.
He was actually going to put a poison trap out on the balcony, but he didn't have to, he realized, because he could just get them out of there and then seal it up. So thank goodness he didn't. Thank goodness I didn't have to deal with dead squirrels on the balcony for a while. But yeah, I don't think there's any wasps. But it's the balcony below that are having the wasp issues, and I have my screen closed, but other than that, I leave the door open for the breeze, right? And I haven't heard any wasp buzzing around anyway, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Really helped me out? I found they sell a bug zapper on Amazon, so I hung it outside the fire escape of my apartment. So when I'm really bored, instead of watching a movie again, I just sit in front of my window, and every time a fucking large moth hits it and takes a minute to burn up from the electricity, I just yell, "You pay the price for your lack of vision!"
It's kind of like imagining what's going to be happening in Hollywood, right?
Sort of, yeah.
All those insects getting finally destroyed when eventually when they deserve to.
Allegedly, yes, right? Just doing a little legal backup for my buddy Gorilla. Hey, Jill, what's going on there?
How's it going, Jill?
Hey, Jill.
Hey,
Hello,
Jill,
hello.
You missed about 3/4 of the movie here with Space John Boy.
Yeah, you missed a good one there, Jill.
Check out the uploads of Saving Star Trek. Your buddy PDB's back. I know you love his ideas. And welcome to a huge watch party for Battle Beyond the Stars. Believe me, it's a fantastic 1980 space opera. One of the best.
Oh, that what they call the doctors now? Healers?
Well, they are a backwater.
Oh, how generous of him.
Let's be honest, a little bit of Shatnerian delivery might have really helped the weight of this dialogue, but it's still a pretty good movie, but it needs something like a Shatner.
Yeah, it definitely needs something.
Yeah, but those Shakespearean actors cost a bit of money.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with this movie is the script. I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, John Sayles, I mean, I think he co-wrote this, and he did go on to become an interesting director because he did make some movies that a lot of people are fans of. But this script is very flat as far as dialogue. I mean, very flat.
Yeah.
At least I don't think
And
there's much standout in this dialogue.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. He says Jill saying hello to everybody on the panel. Then Jill saying yes, PDB is brilliant. And welcome Yakum Yabindren. Yes.
Jill, you're welcome to cruise with us any Saturday. Join us on the bridge if you want. You know, inventive name, but they got screwed on that. IKEA was a good name for a planet until the inevitable.
Well, they just had to put it all back together, one piece by piece. There, they had to assemble it themselves.
Oh my God. Those guys are not the best actors that ever walked the earth.
Hey, Daniel. Oh, they're unsubbing you from stuff again? That's unfortunate.
Hi, Daniel. What's up, buddy?
Oh, sorry, Daniel, but welcome. You're here now.
That sucks. I know it happens to all of us.
Yeah, it's
I've
unfortunate.
never had it happen that I've noticed.
I've been
never
lucky.
had it happen that
I've never been on sub to any channel. I've actually subbed to too many channels, but yeah, I've never
You
had that
seem to
happen
have
to me. It's
accidentally
weird.
been unsubbed from mine. Just kidding. Don't worry about
I
it.
guess I've been just lucky. I guess. Can we at least have a good makeout scene here to just, yeah, thank you.
No.
Come on, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I have to make out with them before they die.
At least this ship is fucking badass.
Yeah, I gotta say the sets are pretty good for a low budget movie.
I think this is actually a fairly high budget movie considering who he particularly was. I think this is the biggest thing that anyone let him touch.
Well, $2 million is still pretty low budget, but for
It's
Roger
low, but
Corman,
it's
for Roger
1981.
For Roger Corman film, it's that's a lot of money for him, right?
Yeah, it's got to be in the top 10% of what he had to work with. I mean, look how good it looks. Although,
Well,
like we said,
the amazing thing
it's
with
been redone.
why I worship Roger Corman as a producer director is it's like the guy just he could work with next to nothing and make films 100 times better than assholes that had 100 times the budget that produced crap. I just think he was just a brilliant, creative, intelligent guy making great films, and I
Well
always
said.
will respect Roger Corman forever.
Definitely
Thank you,
an influence on our, you know what, and definitely an influence on our pal who did the Evil Dead stuff. What's his name? Raimi.
Sam Raimi. Yeah.
I would say so because Sam Raimi sort of had a little bit of that. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get it done attitude too.
Well, what was the budget for the first Evil Dead movie? Like 500 grand or something? Like
I think
it
it was
was
more like 80 grand, right?
it was
Because like a
next
lot
to
of people
nothing.
volunteered.
Yeah, it was next to nothing though, right?
Here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people had to be paid because I think everyone had to do it as their student film project. But he was a director.
Yeah, that was
That's
it, wasn't
the
it? It
deal.
was like a
The
project. Yeah.
school paid for it, and it was like 100. It was like the equivalent of like 100 grand now.
Yeah, and they actually had the real cabin in the woods, so they didn't have to, build that.
Right, and I think he knows Bridget Fonda, so I think she's in the second one for like 1 second, or the third one for 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just like, I don't know, very good fortune where everything came together.
Robert Vaughn loves when everyone comes together. It says here Robert Vaughn's best pal was David McCallum.
Well, they did work together in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. because McCallum played Ilya Kuryakin through the entire series.
Apparently they were pretty cool. Oh shit! Just different Robert Vaughn who killed these people in 2017.
Thank God for that, because I think he was I think he was dead by then, so it would have been quite a feat if he'd murdered people a year after he died.
and name a like person. Then Dutch clothing founder Robert Vaughn arrested in New York October 9th, 2023 for assaulting a socialite.
Yeah,
So,
you always got to check. You always got to check because sometimes people do have the same name, right? So yeah.
I'm trying to find what the
same name,
was.
different people.
I'm gonna try out find what the scandal was. I think it was like red hot, but not huge, so it kind of went away.
The thing was, though, McCallum and Vaughn were really good buddies. Apparently, in Man from U.N.C.L.E., they had a really great working relationship. And when the series started, it was supposed to be, Robert Vaughn was supposed to be the star, and McCallum was kind of a secondary character in some of those early episodes for quite a while. And then the writers realized with the fan mail they were getting, a lot of the female viewers were like totally into McCallum's, Russian, good looks, right? So they were like, hey, we got to promote this guy. So they made him like the co-star after not too many months. And
he kind of needed his own Spock, right?
Yeah, and apparently, he became like the Spock, and Robert Vaughn had no problem with it. They were just like such good friends. He's like, okay, if we got to be co-stars, I'm good with that, and because it'll make the show better, right? And it did make the show better.
Robert Vaughn was like he was.
So power to him. I think I respect those guys because they respect each other and they had a good working professional, working relationship.
Robert Vaughn was a lot of fun. He was like the Bob Crane of Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Well, I don't know if I go quite that far because I know what you're hinting at there.
He was smart. He was smarter than Bob Crane. He came out of it in one piece.
Yeah, thank God for that. Oh, geez. Cigarettes and booze. Here we go.
Hey, the essentials.
Well, I don't smoke anymore. I gave that up 35 years ago, thank goodness. But I still am not adverse to imbibing an adult beverage from time to time.
You booze, you lose. That's my statement. That said, I choose to lose sometimes. Oh, losers are boozers and boozers are losers.
You can't win every time. That's what I say. But when you do lose, you got to lose gracefully, if you can. Yeah, I think the biggest problem with this movie by this point is it's just getting too convoluted and it's starting to meander too much. Space cowboy. Oh fuck.
Germ, is there an animated of this? Or someone just no, we watched Wide Open Space or some shit where it was almost the same, right?
Yeah.
It does sound very familiar to several animated things I've seen.
Yeah. Hey, Cheek, this one's directed at you.
A green card?
Let's chat.
Do you want to join us when Gorilla does the watch party of Goldfinger? If I'm not doing anything, I will definitely be here. I like hanging out with Gorilla. He's my pal.
Yeah, that'll be Thursday.
And I'm even starting to get to like PvP. Rapscallion though he is.
Yeah. And Daniel said, did the white people on the white ship get vaporized? Yeah, because they're white.
They did the white thing.
Yeah, Jill says, yes, I love Spock and Alea.
Ilya, it's Ilya Kuryakin. Come on, Gorilla.
Ilea
I know what
it's Ilea. She's talking about Ilea from Star Trek the Motion Picture.
No, she is not, because I introduced Jill to the Man from U.N.C.L.E. last year, and we watched the first two seasons, and she became a big Ilya Kuryakin fan. I gotta say, Jill's got a big fangirl crush on Ilya Kuryakin. I gotta say.
I just think she's mentioning two Star Trek characters in a row. That's how it looks to me, but I might be biased.
Yeah, well, I was there watching the episodes with Jill, so I think I know what she's talking about, but that's okay.
Dude, I know that you know. It's a joke.
Yeah, I just got to keep it, I just got to keep it real,
No, when you suddenly got serious, it's like, okay, come on.
Well, at least we're not blasting each other with, space weapons here, Tig, so that's all good.
I think ever since you and I shouted out our differences for about 2 minutes, we've been in a much better place. Sometimes people just have to work things out. Yeah, you're amenable to it. I think that ever since that day, I've considered my problems with you behind me.
I can pretty much meet anybody, at least partially halfway or somewhere in the middle, if they want to. I'm not that hard to please.
Daniel, there's a good reason it reminds you of that.
Yeah, because that's what Roger Corman wanted to mimic when he saw Star Wars. He says, I got to make a galactic space adventure.
You know what?
On honestly, a $2 million budget.
It was an honest movie. It's kind of fun, and he's giving the people what they want. Like, no one went to this movie thinking it would be Star Wars, did they? I remember the coming attractions for this and the Science Fiction Awards with the great William Shatner, the greatest actor of all time. And by the way,
it would come out and there wouldn't be an Empire Strikes Back.
That might be true, but you know what? Remember the Sci-Fi Awards where Shatner sings Rocket Man? I mean, that was epic.
I'm sure if Empire didn't come out the very same year this did, this movie would have blown up.
It might be a little too low budget, but it would have done much better. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of movies that year. I mean, it's got to compete with Kramer versus Kramer. It's almost the same movie.
Then Daniel said, this movie reminds me of Star Wars a bit. And then Jill says, hi, Yakum Yabana. Yeah, guys, please take a moment. You can hit those like and follow buttons for our pal. Thank you, take
Give me my $5. Hi, Akeem.
Hakeem.
Yeah, Yakeem. I'm gonna. Is it Hakeem or Yakeem Yaban Yabinderath? I did my best. You have an awesome Middle Earth sounding name, my friend. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, Daniel says, generic supervillain evil laugh.
Yeah, I don't think Roger Corman was trying to be like, make this a memorable, different villain. He was like, just make sure people know he's the bad guy. That music was just a little bit like Wrath of Khan, wasn't it?
Just a bit.
Well, it's the same person who did it.
Right. Well, I'm saying, like, whoa, the external Starship music is very much. I would give this guy a fucking Star Trek movie after seeing this.
That computer is very bad at math. They better get the fuck out of there very soon.
It's just graphic. How dare you make fun of his handicap or assume his pronouns?
It's like 99, 1, 0, boom. Tell you, the Enterprise never had that trouble.
They've got a few countdowns, but only one goes all the way. I guess only one can.
Unlike Captain Kirk, who always went all the way when he could.
Absolutely. Positively.
A man's man. A captain's captain. All right. Woohoo! Take that, bad guy. Well, don't we all?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a half bad line, I suppose, before he got blown away. A little bit understated, a little bit subdued, but still not a bad line.
And all it took was everyone else dying.
Yeah. James Horner's got very Star Trek music happening here, though.
He probably was looking to Jerry Goldsmith as inspiration already, but yes, he's a perfect Star Trek composer.
Yeah.
And Jerem, you have such a great way of putting it. Yeah, that's all it took, right? Everybody needed to die.
Well, sometimes the best movies, a lot of the heroes die, right?
Yeah. And Daniels agrees that it's a bit like Wrath of Khan.
Yeah,
there we go.
This music sounds like Khan's music.
Yeah. I think he was auditioning for other jobs with
this. Was very close to
Khan. Oh, hell
actually,
yeah. Everybody working for Roger Corman is always auditioning for another job. The thing is, he's in a position to pick the best, interns or whatever you want to call them.
Wasn't just interns, though, because I see Jeff Corey as one of the actors here playing Zed, and Jeff Corey was a vintage actor that did TOS, some TOS
Right, they're
episodes.
interns. Here's the
you
thing:
know?
you're an
So
intern first, and then
he was a veteran, right, at this point, right, Teague?
right. No, I mean the thing is, what I meant by this is like James Cameron, James Horner. You know what I mean? Like a couple years before that, they're
Oh,
interns
yeah.
working for
Yeah.
free. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like among that year's class of graduating former interns who had some training, he was just like, I'll take Horner and I'll take Cameron. There's something about him I like.
He would take
I'm into
anybody.
hiring people named James today.
I don't think Corman didn't care if you were if you were just wet behind the ears and you knew nothing, if you had talent, right? Or you could be a veteran that had worked in the industry for decades, and he would take you if the project was right and it fit your style, right? That's what I love about Roger Corman. He would take a mix and match of, he'd just gather all the talented folks around him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got to do a movie about this, or I got to do a space opera, or I got to do a vampire movie, or I got to do whatever. And it was like, if it worked for the movie, he'd gather the people that were suitable and he'd make it happen. And my God, what an incredible man Roger Corman was.
And then the next day he would go to work and say, I need to crank out a movie that's so ridiculous it makes me some money. And he would throw people in it who just had a name, and we'd get weird performances. Like he kind of knew how to stay in business. He's like, I got to generate some money for the next movie. That's like, it's like the next fun movie has to be paid for by something. Ooh, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is going to be fun. I wanted a sequel, but I got to do something that's going to make some money.
He was absolutely brilliant that way. I mean, he was one of those rare people in the film industry that was not only a very creative, intelligent, inspired personality, but he was also a very grounded businessman. And those are very, very rare. Very rare.
They're still waiting to see if he is allergic to $100 bills. They say he's never touched one. Very little money. Actually, I think he himself did great because like he becomes the king of this. Like, this script's okay. We're not pouring a ton of money into it. Give it to Roger.
Yeah. That's Roger Corman.
And he still has the best Fantastic Four movie. Qualby would probably agree.
That's the one that never got released, right?
It kind of got released. You can find it. It had to be released.
It's on YouTube. Wink, wink. Say no more. If you
look
for it. Yeah.
Here's the deal. It had to be released, so it played in like 4 theaters for like 3 days or something. Whatever was required. Whatever was the minimum required.
There was some
contract to make a garbage copy.
Contractual bullshit. Yeah.
If he didn't make a movie of some kind of that property, he lost control of the property.
They were going to lose the rights, weren't they, or something?
Turned out to be the right move because he gets his money.
Roger was a smart man. Oh, is it Clobby? Is it
Oh, happy birthday,
Jill!
In heaven.
Was it
Jill? Don't be sad.
Oh man,
don't be sad.
I'm getting bummed out. Oh, it's Clobby's birthday today. Oh shit! Rest in peace, Clobby.
Yeah, rest in peace, Clobby.
I didn't know that. Shit. Thanks for reminding us, though, Jill. Thanks for letting us know. Okay, have a good night there, Jill. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, Jill.
All the souls I've met in all my voyages, his was the most human.
All right, so I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So thank you, Daniel's Hot Topics, for coming, and thank you, Anti-Derivative Jill, for coming. Now she does what is it?
For All Mankind.
Yeah, For All Mankind on Tuesdays. Then she'll have her Plumik Tea Times on Fridays. There's always a lot of fun, so make sure to check it out.
That was a rip last Friday.
Yeah. Thank you, Yakin Yabin Dranuth, for coming. Thank you for the Phantom Boomer Explorers for coming. I have here's his Cosby link. He's running underwater right now, and then he'll have a couple episodes of Farscape. But on his YouTube channel there, he does trailers for the movies that he's going to show. So make sure to check him out. And I know the Herc 130 was in the Cosby there. He has his Mach 1 for Life channel where he does his he's been repairing his Mach 1. And thank you, DJ Play Nice, for coming. And thank you, Snort Pupus Cubor and Suzanne XT for coming. Thank you, Mikey Suits 4 for coming. He's gonna be having his Wolverine what was it? Deadpool and Wolverine review coming up here in about a week. So
I think he's doing it Thursday night actually, Gorilla.
Oh, Thursday night. Okay, so make sure to check that out. And thank you, Jim's Landscaping LLC #1 Commodore Productions for coming. He does Star Trek fan films and reviews of the fan films. And then he also has puppy videos and occasional live streams. But make sure to check him out. All right, PvP, what you got going on?
Not much. Not much. Yeah, just pretty much going to do some more cleaning tonight and probably get some sleep and get back to the old grindstone of working tomorrow morning. And yeah, nothing too exciting. So I have no idea what's going on this week. It's going to be a bit disrupted because we got the exterminator guy coming on Wednesday. So I'm not sure how my work schedule is going to work out because I'm obviously going to have to adjust it a bit to accommodate the people coming in on Wednesday. So no promises. I have no idea really what's going to be happening for the rest of this week, but I would think I should be pretty clear by Friday if you're going to do a Walton stream or something on Friday. Other than that, I'm not really sure.
All righty. Teague, what do you got going on?
I'm looking for money so that I can finish my transition, so that I can be happy with myself, and I want to box women. And also, you can check out my Batman Cape Crusader review. J.J. Abrams is a terrible filmmaker, and you'll hate that show, but you'll love my essay. And of course, if you haven't joined my channel, please join me. We're moving past 1,800 ships in the fleet, and you can hear such great luminaries as Resolute Germ with me on Saturdays when we watch Enterprise.
Alrighty, and thank you. Germ, what do you got going on? Germ?
You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Andromeda on Tuesday, Nerd Night Roundtable on Thursday, and Saturday morning cartoons. The poll for that is up right now. The surprise early leader. Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Alrighty, thank you. And as for me, I might do something tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. Tuesday, I'm thinking of doing another Gorilla Cigar Lounge. But I'm going to change that up where I'm going to do some talking firsthand. Then I'll let people up on the panel. Just so I can get the point of the live stream across before everybody comes in and starts talking about whatever.
Breathalyzer's at the door.
Yeah. Oh, then I'd fail. But then Wednesday, we're going to be starting Freaks and Geeks. Thursday, we're going to watch some gold getting figured. And then I cannot remember what the Waltons episode we will be reviewing on Friday will be. And hopefully I'll have
Matchmaker.
Yeah, it's the one after we just did the lie, so it's the one after that. Yeah.
Yeah. That
yeah, it's Matchmaker for general store guy falls in love with a real bitch.
Oh, that's the one where Godsey gets what's her face? Yeah.
Then,
she's so memorable. I can't remember her character's name.
Then
Corabeth.
Oh yeah, Corbeth. Then on Saturday, hopefully we'll have DS9, as long as I don't get in another wreck. But then on Sunday will be hopefully The Godfather. So with that,
yeah, hopefully,
yeah. So that everyone have a good night. Remember to be a gorilla.
Good night, Gorilla. Good night, everyone.